Hello students, today I am starting the class 2 of science. The subject is mathematics. So today's topic is determinant. So what is determinant first? What is the correct way of representation of a determinant? Let us do it now. So first of all, let us consider two linear equations, right? You know what are two linear equations? You know two linear equations, isn't it? Let us assume two linear equations as a1x plus b1 is equal to 0, right? Next, a2x plus b2 is equal to 0. So these are two linear equations. You know what are linear equations, right? So in class 9 or 10, you might have learned about linear equations, okay? So now linear equations means the power of x should be 1, okay? This a1, b1, a2, b2 are known as constants, and this is x is the variable here, which changes its values, okay? Variable changes its values, but constants do not change its values, right? So let us eliminate x from these two equations, right? So suppose this is equation number 1 and suppose this is equation number 2, right? So let us eliminate x from these two equations. Now you know how to eliminate two equations, you know how to eliminate x from these two equations. So from equation 2 we have a2x plus b2 is equal to 0. Let us find out the value of x from this equation and put the value of x in the first equation so that x will be eliminated, okay? Or a2x is equal to minus b2, or x is equal to minus b2 upon a2. Is it clear to all of you? Now let us put the value of x in equation 1. हामी अब के गर्छौं? Equation 1 मा x को value हाल्छौं. So what is equation 1 here? Therefore a1x plus b1 is equal to 0, right? So let us put the value of x. So a1, what is x here? Minus b2 upon a2 plus b1 is equal to 0. So now let us simplify it, okay? So plus b1, take it to the plus b1 is there, isn't it? Let us take it to the right hand side. So it is minus a1 b2 divided by a2, right? Then this plus b1, when it goes to the right hand side, it becomes minus b1. Is that clear? So from both the sides, you can cancel this minus sign. Now we can do cross multiplication. So below b1, there is 1. Now you do cross multiplication. What do we get? a1 b2 is equal to a2 b1, right? Now let us take this a2 b1 to the left hand side. So it becomes minus, or a1 b2 minus a2 b1, which is equal to 0. So we have eliminated x from these two equations and we got this type of equation. And this left hand side is known as the determinant of order 2. And the correct way of representation is there of determinant. There is correct way of representation of a determinant, okay? So we know that this left hand side where x is eliminated is known as the determinant of order 2. So now this left hand expression, the left hand expression is known as is known as what? Determinant of order 2 and is written as there is a way of writing the determinant of order 2. This a1 b2 minus a2 b1 can be written as, these are the two vertical lines, okay, and here you write a1 b1 and you write a2 b2, which is equal to 0. So this left hand side is written as this way, that is a1 b1 and this is a2 b2. So now why are we writing this one? Okay, this is the way of representing or determinant of order 2. This determinant is known as determinant of order 2. Okay, so now we had the equation like this. So now the two equations were a1x plus b1 is equal to 0, a2x plus b2 is equal to 0, right? So from this equation also we can write down this one. If you eliminate x from these two equations, the expression will be like this. That is, from equation 1, this was equation 1 and this was equation 2. From equation 1, what is the coefficient of x? It is a1, it is written here. Then write down the constant term, that is b1. And in the second row, equation 2 is there. What is the coefficient of x? a2, you write a2 here. And for this constant b2, you write b2 here. So a1, b1, a2, b2 is equal to 0. That means it is defined as this expression. And this expression is known as the determinant of order 2. This expression, that is a1, b2 minus a2, b1 is equal to 0. This can be written as first row a1, b1, second row a2, b2 is equal to 0. And this is known as, this left hand side is known as determinant of order 2 and is written like this. So now from this determinant you can easily find out a1, b2 minus a2, b1. There is a method to expand it. This a1, b2 minus a2, b1 is the expanded form of this determinant. Now let us see how will you expand this determinant. Okay. Now what will you do here is, now what is the method of expanding it? Now from this, so now first of all I'll tell you the rows and columns, right? I'll tell you the rows and columns now. This determinant, this is a1, b1, this is a2, b2. Now this is known as determinant of order 2. Why is it determinant of order 2? Okay, now I'm explaining you this one. So this a1, b1 is the first row. This is known as what? First row. This is first row. And this a2, b2 is known as the second row, right? And this is a1, a2 is known as the first column. This is column 1. This vertical is known as column. This is first column. And this b1, b2 is the second column. This is the second column, right? So how many rows and how many columns are there? There are 2 rows, this first row and second row, 2 rows, and there are 2 columns, first column and second column, so there are 2 columns. So this determinant is known as determinant of order 2. That's why this determinant is known as determinant of order 2 or 2 cross 2. This determinant is known as determinant of order 2, or you may write second order or you may write 2 into 2. This determinant is known as determinant of order 2 because there are 2 rows and 2 columns, or second order, or you may write 2 cross 2. This first one denotes the number of rows and second two, this denotes the number of columns, right? So that's why this is determinant of order 2 cross 2. Right? So this is a determinant of order 2. Now let's come out here. Now how do you expand it? You have to simplify this left hand determinant. That means you have to expand it. Okay? The LI कसरी expand गर्छौ भन्दाखेरि यो जुन चाहिँ first column छ, first column को first element, these are known as the elements or members of the determinant. Your A1, B1, A2, B2 are known as the elements or members of the determinant. Now you can expand it. So what is the method of expanding it? So this is the first column. In the first column, what is the first element? A1. This A1 should be cross multiplied by B2. You should cross multiply by B2 here. First of all, you have to multiply A1 by B2. You have to use the first column. In the first column, what is the first element? A1 into B2. So write down A1, B2. Then comes Bismarck's element minus sign, because minus sign was there in the previous expression, isn't it? You can check the copy. A1, B2, then what is the method here? You have to write minus, then you have to cross multiply A2 by B1, which is equal to 0. So यसमा expansion गर्दाखेरि जहिले पनि first column को first element लिनु. यो A1 ले cross multiply गर्छ केलाई? B2 लाई. First of all, A ले यसलाई होइन नि, A2 ले B1 लाई होइन पहिला के गर्छौ? यो first column को first element A1 ले second column को second element लाई cross multiply गर्नु. That is A1 B2. Then you have to write minus, not, it's not plus. You have to write down minus sign. Then you have to cross multiply A2 by B1. A2 B1 is equal to 0. So the previous expression was there, isn't it? That is A1 B2 minus A2 B1 is equal to 0. That means this A1 B2 minus A2 B1 is equal to 0. This left hand side, this left hand expression is known as the determinant of order 2, and this is written as this way. That is A1 B1, that is the first row, and this is A2 B2 is the second row, or A1 A2 is the first column and B1 B2 is the second column. So this determinant is known as the determinant of order 2. So this is the way of representation of a determinant. Okay? So now let's do another example. Now let us consider 3 equations. Let A1x plus B1y plus C1 is equal to 0, right? A2x plus B2y plus C2 is equal to 0. Next, A3x plus B3y plus C3 is equal to 0. These are the 3 equations with 2 unknowns. That is, there are 2 variables here, x and y. These are unknown quantities. These are also known as variables. So this is number 1, right? This is number 2, and this is number 3. Now let us eliminate x and y from these 3 equations. Let us eliminate x and y from these 3 equations. हामी अब के गर्छौं? यो कुनै दुईटा इक्वेसनबाट x र y लाई एलिमिनेट, कुनै दुईटा इक्वेसन अथवा यो तीनटा इक्वेसनबाट हामी केलाई एलिमिनेट गर्छौं? x र y लाई एलिमिनेट गर्छौं. अब हाम्रो काम चाहिँ के हुन्छ भने we have to eliminate x and y from these equations. Okay? So let us solve 2 equations with 2 unknowns, and then you have to put those values of x and y in the third equation. हामी कुनै दुईटा इक्वेसन सल्भ गर्छौं, त्यसपछि त्यो x र y को भ्यालु जुन चाहिँ हुन्छ त्यसलाई चाहिँ हामी कुन चाहिँ इक्वेसनमा हाल्छौँ थर्ड इक्वेसनमा हाल्छौँ ठीक छ so let us eliminate x and y from these three equations right let us solve the two equations let us solve equation 2 and equation 3 so now solving equation 2 and equation 3 let us solve it right so a2x plus b2y plus c2 is equal to 0 a3x plus b3y plus c3 is equal to 0 right so this is equation 2 and this is equation 3 let us solve it त अब हामी यो सल्भ गर्छौं दुईटा इक्वेसन हामी क्रस मल्टिप्लिकेसन मेथड युज गरौँ सायद तिमीले क्लास 9 मा क्रस मल्टिप्लिकेसन मेथड युज गरेको होला solving by cross multiplication method so we should apply this method here okay let us do cross multiplication method to get the values of x and y right let us do it so what is the method for cross multiplication तिमीले क्लास 9 मा गरेको हुनुपर्छ यो त म यहाँ क्रस मल्टिप्लिकेसन मेथड सिकाउँदै छु है त फेरि रिभिजन गर्ने ठीक छ राम्रो छ हैन ब्ल्याक बोर्डमा सबभन्दा पहिला क्रस मल्टिप्लिकेसनमा के गर्नुपर्छ x upon first term minus second term right is equal to y upon first term minus second term ठीक छ is equal to then यो x को यहाँ x आयो यो y को यहाँ y आयो अब constant term को चाहिँ के लेख्छौं 1 लेख्छौं हामी 1 upon this is first term minus second term right now let us do cross multiplication method this solve is known as cross multiplication method okay so now x upon is there यो xx सोध्नु यो xx सोध्दा फेरि के हुन्छ अब यो y को कोएफिसिएन्ट जुन b2 पहिला यो b2 ले यसलाई मल्टिप्लाई गर्ने अघि डिटर्मिनेन्टमा जस्तै b2 ले c3 लाई मल्टिप्लाई गर्दा कति भयो b2 c3 माइनस देन यो b3 ले c2 लाई मल्टिप्लाई गर्नु त कति भयो यो b3 c2 यसको काम कम्प्लिट भयो अन्डरस्टुड सो नाउ अब y upon is there अब यो छोड्नु अब यो छोड्दा कुन चाहिँलाई मल्टिप्लाई गर्छु पहिला अब मल्टिप्लाई गर्दा पहिला c2 ले a3 लाई मल्टिप्लाई गर्नुपर्छ है a2 ले c3 लाई हैन दैट इज द मेथड राइट यो c2 ले पहिला किन गर्नुपर्छ a3 इज दैट क्लियर सो इट इज a3 c2 पहिला c2 ले a3 लाई तर a2 ले c3 लाई होइन है बुझ्नु छैन यो मेथडै हो क्रस मल्टिप्लिकेसन मेथड सो c2 ले a3 लाई मल्टिप्लाई गर्दा कति भयो a3c2 देन अब केले केलाई मल्टिप्लाई गर्नुपर्छ यो c3 ले a2 लाई त कति भयो a2c3 यो उल्टा पाल्टा भने मिल्दैन फेरि अब हामी कन्स्ट्यान्टलाई छोड्छौं कन्स्ट्यान्ट हाइड दिस वान कन्स्ट्यान्ट नाउ you have to cross multiply again अब कुन चाहिँलाई मल्टिप्लाई गर्छौ त अब यो a2 ले b3 लाई b2 ले a3 लाई हैन पहिला सो व्हाट इज द मेथड यो पहिला a2 ले b3 लाई मल्टिप्लाई गर्नु दिस इज a2 b3 मल्टिप्लाई भयो a2 b3 अब केले केलाई मल्टिप्लाई गर्छौ यो a3 ले b2 लाई मल्टिप्लाई गर्नु ठीक छ अब यहाँ a3 ले b2 लाई मल्टिप्लाई गर्छौ So I think you have understood it. यसलाई छोप्यो पहिला b2 ले c3 लाई मल्टिप्लाई गर्नु अगाडि ल्याउनु b2 c3 देन b3 c2 ठीक छ फेरि यो छोप्ने अब केले मल्टिप्लाई पहिला a3 ले c2 लाई a ले यसलाई होइन है a3 ले c2 लाई a3 c2 भएको बिचमा माइनस देन कम्स a2 c3 a2 ले c3 लाई मल्टिप्लाई गर्नु देन आफ्टर दैट 1 upon because this is constant you have to write 1 upon which is the first term पहिला a ले यसलाई होइन a2 ले b3 लाई a2 b3 minus कति भयो a3 b2 is it clear to all of you okay so we have got this one okay now let us solve for x and y x और y को भ्यालु हामी कसरी निकाल्छौं अब अच्छा यो brackets you can open it brackets हामी खोल्न सक्छौं b2 c3 this is B2C3 minus B3C2 is equal to y upon A3C2 minus A2C3 is equal to 1 upon A2B3 minus A3B2. Okay, is it clear to all of you? Okay. Side buzhde hola haina. Now let us find out x and y values. Let us equate first and last. That is first and third, to get the value for x. Therefore, x upon B2C3 minus B3C2 is equal to 1 upon A2B3 minus A3B2. Is that clear to all of you? Or, what is the value for x now? X is equal to, cross multiply. You have to cross multiply this one by B2C3 minus B3C2. Okay? So on the right hand side, it will be B2C3 minus B3C2. This divided by A2B3 minus A3B2. So this is the value of x. Is it clear? X को value निस्क्यो अब हामी के value निकाल्छौं y. हामी यो दुईटा चाहिँ इक्वेट गर्दै गर्ने पहिला. किनभने यो इक्वेट गर्यो भने you will get x in terms of y, because this x and y are the variables. That's why you cannot equate this first and second out here. बुझ्यौ? So now अब तिमीले कुन कुन इक्वेट गर्छौ? फर्स्ट र थर्ड second र third equate गर्न, so that we can get the value of y. So therefore y upon, this is A3C2 minus A2C3 is equal to 1 upon A2B3 minus A3B2. Here also you can get the value for y. How can we get the value for y? Now A3C2 minus A2C3 should be cross multiplied by 1. So what do we get on the right hand side? A3C2 minus A2C3 all divided by A2B3 minus A3B2. So these are the values of x and y. But actually, what are we doing here? We are eliminating x and y from these three equations. Okay. Now let us eliminate x and y from these three equations, right? Now let us put the value for x and y in the first equation. अब हामी के गर्छौं? X र y को भ्यालु चाहिँ हामी केमा हाल्छौं? फर्स्ट इक्वेसनमा हाल्छौं. So let us write first equation now. Write down. The first equation is, what was the first equation? A1x plus B1y plus C1 is equal to 0. तो यो लेख्दा फेरि तिमीहरु पनि खातामा लेख्दै जाने. बुझ्दैछ? खातामा लेख्दै जाने, बुझ्दै जाने, बुझेन, you can write down the comment. Okay? In the comment box, right? So let us put the value for x and y here. Or A1, what is the value for x? B2C3 minus B3C2 divided by A2B3 minus A3B2, right? Then comes plus B1 within bracket. What is the value for y? That is A3C2 minus A2C3 divided by what? A2B3 minus A3B2, bracket closed. Then the last one is plus C1. Plus C1 is equal to 0. Is it clear to all of you? Okay. Let us simplify it. So on the left hand side you can find out the LCM. So what's the LCM here? LCM kiva A2B3 minus A3B2. These are the same expression here. So this is the LCM, right? A2B3 minus A3B2 is the LCM. Now this LCM is divided, you know how to simplify it, isn't it? This LCM is divided by this denominator one time. A1 within bracket B2 C3 minus B3 C2 plus, again this LCM is divided by this denominator, it goes one time. So plus B1 within bracket A3 C2 minus A2 C3 plus, what is the last one? Below C1 there is 1. यदि कुनै पनि नम्बर C1 को तल छैन भने त्यो कति हो? 1 हो. So 1 ले यसलाई डिवाइड गर्दा कति भयो? A2 B3 minus A3 B2 नै हुन्छ. So this should be multiplied by C1. So C1 within bracket, what is here? A2 B3 minus A3 B2, which is equal to 0 upon 1. So below 0 there is 1. Now we can do cross multiplication, okay? Or A1 within bracket B2 C3 minus B3 C2 plus B1 within bracket A3 C2 minus A2 C3, okay, plus C1 within bracket A2 B3 minus A3 B2, which is equal to 0. So it is cross multiplied. पहिला हामी 1 लाई cross multiply गरौँ यसलाई, is equal to फेरि 0 ले यसलाई cross multiply भयो. ठीक छ यहाँसम्म? ल अब यो पनि multiply गर्न सक्छौं. You know how to simplify it? A1 ले multiply गरा A1 B2 C3 minus A1 B3 C2 plus, अब B1 ले multiply गरा, B1 ले multiply गर्दा हामी ABC गर्दै लेख्छौं यो पनि A3 B1 C2 minus A2 B1 C3, A2 B1 C3. So it is multiplied plus again multiplied by C1 A2 B3 C1 फेरि ABC गर्दै नै लेख्ने, plus and minus is minus A3 B2 C1, which is equal to 0. Is that clear to all of you? Okay. And in this expression on the left hand side we have eliminated x and y. The variables are eliminated, and this left hand side, this eliminant, this expression which is the eliminant of x and y is known as the determinant of order 3. Let's say order 3 भनेर हामी भन्छौं. So let us write down the left hand expression. Let us write down this, that is this left hand expression. This left hand expression is known as determinant, of order 3, or you may write third order determinant also, or third order. So is that clear? And how will you write it? What is the correct way of representing this third order determinant? And is written as, and is written as. How do we write it now? In terms of rows and columns form, as we have done in the second order. Okay, so this left hand side can be written as, first row will be A1 B1 C1. You take that first equation. We have written 3 equations there. You can check your copy. First equation was A1x plus B1y plus C1 is equal to 0. From that equation we have written only A1 B1 C1. Okay, and what is the second equation there? A2x plus B2y plus C2 is equal to 0. Okay, from the left hand side we have written only the coefficient. Now we'll write only the coefficient A2 B2 C2. And what was the third equation? It was A3x plus B3y plus C3 is equal to 0. And from the left hand side you write only the coefficient What was the coefficient of x? A3 in third equation. What is the coefficient of y? It was B3, and which is the constant term? There it is C3. This is known as determinant sign also. That is vertical line. This vertical line is known as the determinant sign. Okay. So this left hand side is known as the determinant of order 3 or third order, or it may be 3 cross 3 because there are 3 rows and 3 columns. Okay. Or third order, and is written as first row. This is known as the first row, this is second row, and this is third row. You know that. Rows means, in this case, rows means horizontal, right? Rows भनेको चाहिँ यसमा के हो, horizontal भयो, अनि columns भनेको चाहिँ vertical. यो first row भयो. This is the first row. This is your first row. First row, ठीक छ? यो भयो second row. This is the second row, and this is the third row. Is it clear? Now, you know that this is the first column. This is first column, right? This is your second column, and this is your third column. C-O-L-U-M-N column. C-O-L-U-M-N column. This is first row, this is second row, this is your third row, this is first column, this is second column, and this is third column. That's why this determinant is known as determinant of order 3 or third order, or 3 cross 3 determinant पनि भन्छ. त्यसलाई हामी 3 cross 3 order पनि भन्छौं. किनभने यहाँ 3 rows र 3 columns आयो. फर्स्ट ले के डिनोट गर्छ? रो, सेकेन्ड ले के डिनोट गर्छ? column. Is that clear? So this left hand side is known as the determinant of order 3 and is written as in this way. Is it clear? So how many rows and how many columns are there? There are 3 rows and 3 columns. If you write m cross n, if you write down the order of the determinant as m cross n, what does it mean? M rows and n columns. M rows and n columns. Okay? So we have to do only determinant of second order and third order only. Okay? So now यो expression देखिए हामी यो expression देख्यौं हैन. This left hand side is defined as this one. अब यो देखि यो चाहिँ हामी कसरी लेख्छौं? This is the expanded form of this determinant. यसलाई नै हामी correct way of representation चाहिँ यो भयो. The correct way of representing this left hand side is this determinant. Okay? अब यो determinant बाट हामी यो पनि निकाल्न सक्छौं. हेरौं कसरी निकाल्न सक्छौं. Let us expand this determinant. This is known as expansion of determinant. Okay? So let us expand this determinant. Right? So let us expand it. Let us expand this determinant with respect to the first row. There you go. Expanding determinant with respect to WRT means with respect to first row. First row. The यसलाई एक्सपेन्सन गर्दा जुन चाहिँ एक्सप्रेसन छ त्यो चाहिँ यो सँग इक्वल हुनै पर्छ. इक्वल भएन कतै रङ छ भनेर बुझिहाल्नु. Let us expand it with respect to the first row. So expanding this determinant with respect to the first row. अच्छा यसमा साइन हेर्नु पर्छ है अब. Determinant sign हेर्दा एक्सपेन्सन गर्दाखेरि since we are expanding with respect to the first row, we should take plus minus plus. This will be plus minus plus, right? We may expand it with respect to the second row also. Second row means A2, B2, C2 is there, but you have to write minus plus minus. You can expand it with respect to the third row also. Third row means A3, B3, C3. In that case, which signs are taken? Plus minus plus. Is that clear? if you expand this determinant with respect to the first row, you should take plus minus plus. If you expand this determinant with respect to the second row, A2, B2, C2, we should take minus plus minus. If you expand it with respect to the third row, A3, B3, C3, you should take plus minus plus. यसरी याद गर्नु यो alternate positive and negative sign हुँदै जान्छ. First row मा छ भने plus minus plus, then again comes in the second row minus plus minus, then again in the third row it comes plus minus plus. It is alternate positive and negative sign. That is plus minus plus minus plus minus plus minus plus. Is it clear? You can expand it with respect to the first column also. The first column बाट expansion गरेर कुन चाहिँ लिन्छौं? That is A1, A2, A3 plus minus plus. You can expand it with respect to the second column also. That is with respect to B1, B2, B3. We should take minus plus minus. Correct? Next, we can expand it with respect to the third column also. That is with respect to C1, C2, C3. In that case, which signs are taken? It is plus minus plus. So I think you have understood it. Okay? So now let us expand it. Expanding determinant with respect to the first row. हामी first row को सहायता द्वारा यो determinant लाई हामी के गर्छौं? Expansion गर्छौं. So is equal. So let us expand it with respect to the first row. A1, B1, C1. Which signs are taken? Plus minus plus. Let us expand with respect to the first row. Plus A1 will be there. So you should write A1. So within bracket, what will you write here? Look at the blackboard. If you take the first row, that is first element of the first row, A1. A1 is written here. So you have to delete the row and the column through that element. Which are the row and column through this element? A1, B1, C1 and A1, A2, A3. The row with respect to A1 is first row and the column with respect to A1 is first column. You have to delete the first row and the first column. That means forget it. बुझ्यो? एकछिनको लागि बिर्सिनु यसलाई. के रह्यो त? B2, C2, B3, C3 यो second order determinant हो. You know how to expand it, isn't it? You B2 ले C3 लाई multiply गर्नु. Let us write here B2 C3. Then बीचमा जहिले पनि के साइन आउँछ? माइनस. ठीक छ? Then you have to cross multiply by B3 by C2. B3 C2 लेख्नु. बुझ्यो सबैले यो? B2 C2 B3 C3 हुन्छ. पहिला A ले यसलाई होइन है. B2 C3 minus के हुन्छ? B3 C2. Clear भयो? Okay. Next comes B1. First को काम सक्यो. Now B1 छ भने कुन चाहिँ साइन लिनु पर्यो? Minus. Let us take minus sign here. Okay? So minus B1. Now again, forget about the row and the column through this element B1. Right? So B1 भनेपछि हाम्रो first row आयो. B1 भनेपछि हाम्रो कुन चाहिँ आयो? Second column आयो. So you have to forget about the first row and the second column. You have to forget about what? First row and second column. Delete the row and the column through the element B1. That is first row र second column लाई बिर्सिने. के रह्यो? A2, C2, A3, C3 आउँछ. त मल्टिप्लाई गर्दा फेरि A ले यसलाई नि फेरि. A ले यसलाई होइन. यदि A ले यसलाई पहिला गर्छ भने चाहिँ यसलाई प्लसै बनाउन सक्छ. तर यहाँ हामीले के लेख्छ? माइनस लेख्छौं. माइनस लेखेको कारणले गर्दा चाहिँ यो A2 ले C3 लाई नै मल्टिप्लाई गर्नुपर्छ. ठीक छ? यदि यो प्लस लेख्यो भने चाहिँ यदि प्लस B1 लेख्छ चाहिँ A ले यसलाई मल्टिप्लाई गर्नु मिल्छ त्यसो गर्दा नि. तर हाम्रो यो एउटा मेथड सिक्दैछौँ अहिले एक्सपेन्सनको. त्यही कारण हामी के लेख्छौँ? प्लस माइनस प्लस गर्दा माइनस B1 लेख्दै छु. माइनस B1. So delete the row and the column through that element B1. That means first row and second column is deleted. First row and second column are deleted. So remaining terms are A2, C2, A3, C3. So multiply A2 by C3. A2, C3. बीचमा के साइन आयो? Minus. Then comes A3, C2. A3, C2. Right? Is that clear to all of you? Then which sign is there? Now C1, you have to take C1 now. सेकेन्ड को काम पनि सक्यो नाउ लेट अस टेक C1 C1 छ भने के हुन्छ प्लस C1 नाउ सिमिलरली डिलिट द रो एन्ड द कलम थ्रु दिस एलिमेन्ट C1 भन्छ C1 भन्छ कुन चाहिँ रो आयो फर्स्ट रो अनि C1 भन्छ कुन आयो थर्ड कलम त यसलाई बिर्सिने अब फर्स्ट रो र थर्ड कलममा के रह्यो A2 B2 A3 B3 क्लियर भयो अब A2 ले B3 लाई मल्टिप्लाई गर पहिला A2 ले B3 लाई नै मल्टिप्लाई गर्नुपर्छ यो यसलाई होइन है A2 B3 बिचमा चाहिँ पनि के साइन आउँछ माइनस अब केले केलाई मल्टिप्लाई गर्छ A3 ले B2 लाई माइनस A3 B2 which is equal to कति भयो 0 okay so अच्छा यहाँ or लेखौँ because there is 0 there यहाँ is equal to 0 छ भने यहाँ is equal to लेख्नु हुँदैन है because this is an equation it is just like an equation okay त यहाँ or लेख्छौ कि त therefore लेख्छौ कि त यस्तो implies that भन्ने पनि लेख्न सक्छौ if is equal to is there in between LHS and RHS okay त मल्टिप्लाई गरौँ अब यो or A1 B2 C3 minus A1 B3 C2 फेरि माइनस B1 ले मल्टिप्लाई गर माइनस A2 B1 C3 माइनस टू माइनस प्लस A3 B1 C2 is that clear next C1 ले मल्टिप्लाई गर प्लस A2 B3 C1 प्लस एन्ड माइनस माइनस A3 B2 C1 which is equal to 0 so this is your expansion हाम्रो expansion यो determinant expansion मा चाहिँ यो expression आयो अब यो expression र अहिलेको expression एउटै हुनुपर्छ एउटै छैन भने चाहिँ यो रङ भयो यदि यो दुईटा सेम आएन भने यो भुल रङ let us check it okay हेरौँ है चेक गरौँ A1 B2 C3 A1 B2 C3 आयो this is correct right minus A1 B3 C2 A1 B3 C2 correct this is correct okay minus A2 B1 C3 is here minus A2 B1 C3 is here these are also correct right ठीक next A3 B1 C2 A3 B1 C2 this is also correct right next A2 B3 C1 A2 B3 C1 this is also correct so minus A3 B2 C1 minus A3 B2 C1 this is also correct ठीक छैन त यो so this is the method of expanding a given determinant त कुनै पनि determinant लाई हामी यसरी नै एक्सपेन्सन गर्न सक्छौं यो एक्सपेन्सन चाहिँ एकदमै इम्पोर्टेन्ट हो दिस एक्सपेन्सन इज भेरी भेरी इम्पोर्टेन्ट व्हाइल डुइङ प्रब्लम्स ओके त अघि मैले डिटर्मिनेन्ट लाई डिराइभ गरेर लेखे त्यो चाहिँ जस्ट यु ट्राई टु अन्डरस्ट्यान्ड इट ओके जस्ट एक्सपेन्सन मात्रै सिक्नु सेकेन्ड अर्डरमा हामीले कसरी एक्सपेन्सन गर्यो त्यो सिक्ने खाली त्यो सिक्ने त्यो मैले सेकेन्ड डिटर्मिनेन्ट कसरी आयो त्यो देखाएको थियो त्यो गर्नु पर्दैन तिमीले जस्ट ट्राई टु अन्डरस्ट्यान्ड इट अल्सो एन्ड you should practice how to expand the second order determinant okay त यो थर्ड order determinant पनि मैले कसरी डिराइभ गरे त्यो तिमीले खाली बुझ्नै मात्रै ठीक छ मैले एकैचोटी यो डिटर्मिनेन्ट यो लेख्दै भए के न के कसरी चाहिँ व्हाट इज डिटर्मिनेन्ट तिमीलाई थाहै हुँदैन बुझ्यौ खाली तिमीले के सिक्नुपर्छ यसलाई हामी कसरी एक्सपेन्सन गर्छौं सायद तिमीले बुझ्यौ होला let us expand this determinant with respect to the second row को बेला हामीलाई के हुन्छ प्रब्लम गर्दै जाँदा पनि को बेला with respect to first row expansion गर्नु एकदमै अप्ठ्यारो हुन्छ तर सेकेन्ड रोबाट एक्सपेन्सन गर्नु एकदमै सजिलो हुन्छ त्यस्तो छ भने चाहिँ हामी सेकेन्ड रोबाट पनि एक्सपेन्सन गर्न सक्छौं let us do it okay let us do the expansion with respect to the second row okay suppose the determinant is A1 B1 C1 A2 B2 C2 A3 B3 C3 which is equal to 0. That's 0 is equal to 0, not like that. Let us expand it with respect to the second row. With respect to the second row means A2, B2, C2, right? So which is equal? Now here is equal like that because this is the expression. Now here simplify is equal like that. This is not an equation, right? So let us expand it with respect to the second row. Okay? Second row is sign minus like A2. Now within bracket, you have to forget the row and the column through that element A2. The use second row ra first column B1, B1, C1, B3, C3. Let us expand it. B1 ले C3 ला multiply गर्नु. बीचमा के साइन आउँछ माइनस, अब B3 ले C1 ला multiply गर्नु. Is it clear? अगाडि के साइन है माइनस. यसो काम सक्यो. अब कुन चाहिँ साइन आउँछ? This is the plus sign. Second row मा हेर्नु plus sign. अब के आउँछ? B2 within bracket. Now you have to forget the row and the column through this element B2. भनेपछि second row र second column delete गर्ने. के रह्यो? A1 C1 A3 C3. अब A1 ले C3 लाई multiply गरा. A1 C3 ले लाई. Then A3 ले C1 लाई. A3 ले C1 लाई. बुझ्दैछ? Then comes what? Minus sign. यो चाहिँ तिमीले मनमै याद गर्नुपर्छ है यो. Plus minus plus in the first row. Minus plus minus in the second row. Plus minus plus is in the third row. यदि फर्स्ट कलमबाट भयो भने प्लस माइनस प्लस, सेकेन्ड कलमबाट भयो भने माइनस प्लस माइनस, थर्ड कलमबाट भयो भने प्लस माइनस प्लस. इज इट क्लियर? नेक्स्ट अब प्लस आयो यो के भयो? माइनस. अब कुन चाहिँ आयो? एलिमेन्ट C2. नाउ delete the row and the column through the element C2. भनेपछि which is the row and the column through the element C2? Second row and third column. Forget about it. Second row and third column. A1 B1 A3 B3. फेरि A ले A लाई मल्टिप्लाई गर्नु. A1 B3 minus A3 B1 minus A3 B1 minus A3 B1. Is it clear? So which is equal to multiply them? Minus A2 B1 C3 minus into minus plus A2 B1 A2 B3 C1, right? Minus A2 B1 C3 minus A2 B1 C3 takes a minus to minus plus A2 B3 C1 plus यो पनि हामी ABC गर्दै लेख्छौं. A1 B2 C3 A1 B2 C3 plus and minus minus A3 B2 C1 minus C2 ले multiply गरा. A1 B3 C2 यो पनि हामीले ABC गर्दै लेख्यौं. So let us write down the last term. What is the last term? Minus and minus plus. That is A3 B1 C2. त यो एक्सप्रेसन र अघिको एक्सप्रेसन एउटै हुनुपर्छ है. एउटै छैन भने कतै राउन्ड भएको फेरि चेक गर त त्यो यो र त्यो अघिको एक्सपेन्सन एउटै हुनुपर्छ. Is it correct? I think it should be correct. यदि कतैतिर प्लस माइनस साइन छ रङ छ भने तिमीले चेक गर्ने ल. यो चाहिँ तिम्रो काम, घरको काम, त्यो चाहिँ होमवर्क, राइट? बुझ्यौ? This is expanding with respect to what? With respect to what? Second row. This is expanding with respect to second row. Is it clear? So you can expand it. You can expand this determinant with respect to the third row also. You can do it at home. तिम्रो home tax भयो. Okay? You can expand this determinant with respect to the third row also. Okay? Let us expand it with respect to one column. Okay? कुन चाहिँ कलमबाट हामी एक्सपेन्सन गरौँ त? फर्स्ट कलमबाट गर्दा नि भयो, सेकेन्ड कलमबाट गर्दा नि भयो, थर्ड कलमबाट गर्दा नि भयो. So let us expand it with respect to which column? You tell me? Second column बाट गरौँ ल. Now expanding the determinant with respect to what? Second column. expanding with respect to the second column. The second column अब हामी expansion गर्छौं. The same निस्किनुपर्छ तर expansions. Expressions should be the same. कुनै पनि रो कुनै पनि कलमबाट expansion गर्दाखेरि expression चाहिँ तिम्रो के हुनुपर्छ? Same हुनुपर्छ. So expanding with respect to the second column now. Second column भनेपछि कुन कुन भयो? B1, B2, B3. Sign चाहिँ के हुन्छ अब? हैन sign के हुन्छ? पहिला प्लस बाट प्लस माइनस प्लस फेरि माइनस प्लस माइनस फेरि प्लस माइनस प्लस. If you expand it with respect to the second column, it should be what? Plus minus plus key minus plus minus. It should be plus minus plus minus plus minus. That means minus plus minus should be there. So let us take this B1 minus B1. So within bracket. Now you have to forget about the row and the column through the element B1. That means your second column र first column लाई बिर्सिने. A2 C2 A3 C3 आयो. Cross multiply गर्ने A2 ले C3 लाई जहिले पनि पहिला A2 C3 बिचमा के साइन? Minus, then comes A3 C2. A3 C2. Is it clear? Okay. Then what sign comes? अब यो B2 लिनु पर्यो, तल झर्नु पर्यो, plus B2. Now again delete the row and the column through the element B2. You will get this column and this row are deleted. So A1 C1, A3 C3. Is it clear? So A1 C3 minus A3 C1. A3 C1. Okay? Then comes B3. The sign will be minus plus minus. Minus B3. Again forget about the row and the column through that element B3. That means B3 second column and third row. A1 C1 A2 C2. A1 C1 A2 C2, right? I mean minus B3 लिँदैछौं. B3 लियो भने you have to delete this second column. You have to delete this third row. We get A1 C1 A2 C2. That means A1 should be cross multiplied by C2. A1 C2 बिचमा minus sign. Then comes A2 C1. A2 C1, right? So which is equal to, now we have to expand it. So multiply them. Minus B1 is there. Minus A2 B1 C3 minus minus plus A3 B1 C2. Okay? Plus A1 B2 C3. A1 B2 C3 plus minus minus A3 B2 C1 minus B3 ले multiply गरा A1 B3 C2 minus plus A2 B3 C1. So this is the expansion. Take sign right? Product check करो minus A2 B1 C3 minus plus A3 B1 C2 plus A1 B2 C3 plus minus A3 B2 C1 minus A1 B3 C2 minus plus A2 B3 C1. So this expression, your expression चाहिँ अघिकै expression सँग मिल्नु पर्छ है. तिमीले चेक गर्नु. यदि यो तीनटा हामीले तीनटा expansion गर्यौं. Expanding with respect to the first row, expanding with respect to the second row also we did it. You can expand it with respect to the third row by yourself. Expanding with respect to first column, do it by yourself. This is expanding with respect to the second column. त अघिको एक्सप्रेसन सेम हुनुपर्छ. यदि सेम भएन रहेछ भने तिमीले कमेन्ट लेख्नु. सर यहाँ भुल भयो भनेर लेख्नु. यदि भुल भयो भने चाहिँ ओके बुझ्नु छैन. त्यहाँदेखि तिमीले आफै नै सुधार्नु. यदि भुल छ भने मलाई जहाँ लाग्छ यो इज करेक्ट राइट. यदि भुल छ भने अब कोही बेला मिस्टेक हुन सक्छ हैन. प्लस माइनस साइनमा यताउता यो प्रब्लम हो. ह्युमन एरर हुन सक्छ हैन. यदि भुल भयो भने तिमीले सुधार्न सक्छौ. यदि बुझ्यो भने चाहिँ बुझ्यो भने यु क्यान रेक्टिफाई इट yourself. Okay, you check गर्नु. त तिमीको होमवर्क अर्को पनि हुन्छ. You can expand it with respect to the third column also. Plus minus plus. Same expression नै आउँछ. त तिमीको होमवर्क भयो expanding with respect to the third row गर्नु घरमा. Expanding with respect to the first column त्यो पनि निकाल्ने. अनि expanding with respect to the first column and third column. That is expanding with respect to the first column पनि निकाल्ने. Expanding with respect to the third column पनि निकाल्नु. The expression चाहिँ यही नै आउनु पर्छ. यही नै हामी चाहिँ तिमीहरु पर्फेक्ट भयो. बुझ्यौ? So these are all about your expansion of a determinant. त तिमीले के गर आज यही नै हेर्नु यही नै घरमा राम्रोसँग प्र्याक्टिस गर्नु बिकज दिस इज भेरी इम्पोर्टेन्ट इफ यु नो द एक्सपेन्सन अफ द डिटर्मिनेन्ट यु क्यान डु प्रब्लम्स ओके सो इन द नेक्स्ट क्लास वी विल डु द properties of determinant so which is very important there are 5 properties of determinant we will deal it in the next class okay so you should try to understand that properties of determinant and that properties of determinant will be useful while doing some problems okay so this much is for today so have a good day stay at home stay safe right